sell 20,000 skinny pins. I call that a tell me. My be mad, my no cat machine. I'm pop my like baby, cause this outfit 3600. I fall in the club like so many be scared to touch me. Give me some get lucky. 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 Yeah, give me some get lucky. Give me some. I want your friend, your buddy. Girl, I know your. No, I feel like a movie scene. Who I am, I'm thinking I'm Justin Timberlake. I tell like about all this bags, going pen. I'm making these charts for the city. I'm really the hardest. I'm an auntie baby. I'm on the Grammy. These I broke they crash.
It's an all-Western Conference match. In today's game is the Kings coming to town for this one. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. And, of course, Anthony Davis. A part of this lineup. We'll see how they do without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Now Achua, man in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's man. Arbayo the screen. Inside. A shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Turner. Pass to Anthony. Back to Turner. Some nice passing by Golden State here. To the paint. It's stolen by Adebayo. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball.
Talk to most of the coaching staffs around the league. What is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
The Kings shooting their first free throws here tonight. And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Adebayo. To the middle. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Turner with the screen. George from deep three-point land. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Pass to man. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
Well, Bam Adebayo is so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Outside, George. Out to Anthony with the shot. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Man with it. No scoring in this one. And stolen by Achua. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Man can't hit.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Pass to Man. Adebayo with the ball. Defended by Man.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And Paul George entering the league in 2010. I mean, he's been as good as any two-way wing in the league, cementing himself as an all-NBA level player.
Now here's Anthony. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Man. And the Warriors miss again. The Kings leading. Taken away by Anthony. Now here's George. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's a screen by Achua. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Sacramento. Isaac outside. Sacramento again missing. Pass to Achua. Rebound by the Kings.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Man. He has yet to score. George with the steal. And they're running. Lets the three fly. And he's good on the three ball.
This is what Paul George does. He looks for any opening on the floor to create opportunities for his team.
And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Man. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And stolen by Achua. Here's George. The big dunk at the end of the break.
The turnover leading to the turnout. That's a fast break, and Dort finishes it off.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it. Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here's Van Vliet. Still without a basket. Pass to Man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Isaac. They end the drought. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
Warriors leading by 4. Outside, Green. Here's McGowan's. He's guarded by Williams.
Team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your Warriors.
Here's Pickett. No good on the quick three. The Kings trailed by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. And here's Carter. And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Dort. Down low. Here's Bitadze. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Starting the offense, Dort reading the defense and made the right call in that pick and roll.
Now here is Carter. The three. Branham can't get it to go.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to McLaughlin. Golden State moving it around. And there's 1:45 left to play here in the first. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. 4-point game. Pass to Branham. They set the pick.
And that has been a huge problem for them here early in this game. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Timeout. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:28 left here in the first quarter.
Sacramento foul. Carter.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Here's Branham. Nothing on the board. To the inside. Jackson Davis.
Dort making his impact, and that's the end we expected from defensively.
Pass to Bassie. Here's Pickett. Outside, George. Here's the screen from downtown. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. The Kings trailed by 5. Now Carter. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. Here's Highsmith. And he banks in the layup.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here's George. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Pickett, no good. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Pass to Branham. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 1-point Warrior lead
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
George with the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work.
What a shot! Amazing!
That would count.
Unreal.
OMG. That's how you silence a crowd.
And still a close game as the first. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And George gets it to go. Break every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter.
Sacramento shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
The Warriors lead it. Here's McLaughlin. Scoreless thus far. Over in the corner, Green. Back to man. Pass to McLaughlin. Clock at 6. Taken away. Here's Heisman. Carter with it. 6 on the shot clock. With the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for them. The Warriors making a switch here. That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Pickett. Pass to Dort. Over to the left wing. Jacks up a 3. Pickett, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Jackson Davis with it. Defended by man. To the paint. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Oh, Grant comes flying in with so much force.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's the 3. And the Warriors miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Heisman. Grant outside. Out to Carter. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Second for team foul. Substitution on the court.
Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. They need this one. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Branham. Clock at 4. Stolen away. Here's McLaughlin. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. Here's Bitadze. Highsmith grabs the miss. The Kings leading. And here's Carter. 6 points for him. Pass to Branham. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And that one drops for him. And the Kings lead by 4.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Green. Here's Dort. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And the Kings with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Now here is Carter. Jackson Davis with it. Here's Williams. The rebound by Jeff Green. Warriors trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's McLaughlin. Still yet to score. And they pick up 2.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Branham. Inside. Here's Jackson Davis. Nails the baby hook. Jackson Davis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Now Anthony. Pass to George. Here's McGowan's. They get it again. They get a hand on it. Van Vliet with it. George picks him up. Now, man. Back to Van Vliet. Adebayo the screen. To the inside. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Bassett. Still scoreless. Pass to Achua. And here's George for 3. Here's McGowan's. Outside, George. They set the pick. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Bassett. A shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Pass to man. From the arc. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Warriors trail. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. I got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Pass to George. There's a screen by Achua. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Kings leading now by 5. It is incredible that George is playing, Brent, at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself and what we saw Paul George go through. But this guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined, and he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor, and is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, 2 points the hard way from Achua. That's precious.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. 1:58 left now here in the second. And Blake deciding where to go with it. Here's Adebayo. The Warriors pull it in.
And it's rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Back to Anthony. Trying to find Achua and gets it to him. A minute 20 left in the second quarter. Right side George. Just 5 on the clock. Man with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kings leading now by 4. .58 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Here's Grant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on George. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
Outside Anthony. Outside for George. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. George has got 10.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Van Vliet outside. Here's Man. The long distance 3 is buried. He has 5.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And it's Anthony at the elbow. No good with the elbow jumper.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Kings ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Golden State, trailing by 5. Pass to George. Anthony down low, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
They set the screen. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Isaac. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
Here's Man. Sacramento moving it around. Adebayo the screen. And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
It just doesn't feel like Bam Adebayo is 6'9". He covers so much ground.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Pass to man for the three, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's George. The rebound by Grant.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Man with it. Isaac a screen. Pull from the top of the key. And Adebayo throws it down.
And you love the energy that Bam is bringing here, just all over the glass.
Turner with the screen. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Achua. And Adebayo sends it back.
Are we sure that Bam's not wearing a watch out there? Perfect timing.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Kings making a change here.
Show them some love and make some noise for your DS Breakers.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here's Carter. 6 points for him. Takes it inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up.
And the power of Adebayo. Get off me.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Down low to end the cold streak. Pass to Pickett. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Adebayo.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Carter outside. Outside Williams. Fires for 3. Rebound by Jeff Green. Warriors trailed by 9. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. From deep, George. It's good from long range. George has got 13 points.
So consistent throughout the years from deep. That's what has made Paul George very special.
Carter looking around. To the middle. Adebayo with the bucket. Adebayo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Branham. He has 5. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Branham. Back to Adebayo. 5 to shoot. Takes it from 10. Good work defensively by Turner.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Now, here's George. 13 points in the game. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Adebayo. Inside. Here's Grant. Hefty move. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jeff Green picks one up.
Hard to guard when he's that close. Grant really good at drawing the defense in the foul.
The free throw drops for Grant. And the Kings making a change here. And he can't hit the second. Pass to Highsmith. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Man in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Kings leading now by 7. Now, man. 5 points in the game. Into the lane. Isaac misses. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Warriors.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Dort. And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. It's up a 3. McLaughlin, no good. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Nation, time to make some noise and welcome out New York.
Kings leading now by 7. Pass to Branham. Carter with the screen. Ripped away. Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Carter. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Branham. Sacramento again missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And here's Green outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. Carter with it. He has 6. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Carter. That one wide left. Warriors trailed by 7. Outside, Green. Here's Bassett. And so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McGowan's. Still yet to score. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Liddell. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Sacramento leading by 7. And here's Carter. Here's Branham. Fires from deep. As he pulls it in. 1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to McGowans. To the paint. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Sacramento has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Carter drives in. It's deflected. .55 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Waddell. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Taking 2.
And he sinks the second. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Kings leading now by 4. Now here's Jones. Pass to Jackson Davis. Shot clock at 5. Here's Highsmith. The rebound by Jeff Green. Over in the corner, Dort. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Dort got 7 points. 7 seconds left in the third. Now Jones. The guys Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Sacramento Kings. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. The lead is 2. There's the double team with Dort. Pass to Branham. Here's Jackson Davis. And the basket is good. Jackson Davis has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Kings. Here's Pickett. Outside, Dort. No good on the 3. Kings leading now by 4. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Dort. Outside, Green. Williams with the block. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Dort misses. Jones with it. Pass to Jackson Davis. Look at that. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Clock at 6. Here's Dort. Sacramento grabs the miss. And here's Jones. Pass to Branham. To the inside. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 6. There's the pick. Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Go into the rack with energy and to be afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Sacramento moving it around. Great D that time from Green.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Bitadze. And it's Dort, top of the key. Over Jones. Dort misses.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Outside, Jones. Here's Jackson Davis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Trey Jones.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Bitadze. Over in the corner, Dort. Drills it from outside.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Jones looking for an opening. Here's Branham. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Warriors trailed by 3. Here's McLaughlin. To the middle. Right side, Dort. To tie it up. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Sacramento leading by 3. Jones drives in. Here's Williams. And finished off by Williams.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Substitution.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Let PG get the ball inside at your own risk. He's going to punish you there.
Now, man. Back to Adebayo. To the paint. No good from Grant. And so George will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. To tie it up. Rebound by the Kings. Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to man. Isaac a screen. Now here's Adebayo. Defended by George. Here's Man. Over Anthony. Man can't hit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Pass to Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Down low. And the dunk by Grant.
So many things that Adebayo does as a big man, but it's that passing skill that really separates him.
Turner with the screen. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The three from George. To tie it up. Hands it from downtown. George has got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
He's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Pass to man. Inside. Paul George with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. A miss that time. Would have put him up. To the inside. And stolen by Achua. The shot by George. Wide open. Off target from outside. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Van Vliet with it. Pass to man. Isaac a screen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Kings lead by 2. And here's George. Now, here's Achua. Golden State moving it around.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Man in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Pickett. And again, it's the Warriors missing. .144 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That is his first foul of the game. 1:39 left to play in the final quarter. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
George, no good. Kings leading out by 4. 1:11 left in the game. Here's man. Febbraio to screen. 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Outside, George. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Trifecta! And George hits the whistle that time. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Personal foul.
Obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Here's Dort. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
At the line for 2.
And he ends up making the second, and that stretches their lead to 8. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster. They get away with one there.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Miles Turner. Second personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9.
2 shots.
And Adebayo drops them both.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so it's Sacramento easily